Some interesting new developments from President Trump and Edward Snowden. Seemingly out of nowhere, there seems to be another groundswell movement in order to pardon Edward Snowden, and President Trump appears to be open to it. He addressed it yesterday on Saturday at his private club in Bedminster during a news conference, and we have a little bit of sound from that. Let's take a listen.
Well, I'm going to look at it. I mean, I'm not that aware of the Snowden situation, but I'm going to start looking at it. There are many, many people. It seems to be a split decision. There many people think that he should be somehow treated differently, and other people think he did very bad things. And I'm going to take a very good look at it. Okay? I mean, I've seen people that are very conservative and very liberal, and they agree on the same issue. They agree both ways. I'm going to take a look at that very strongly, Edward Snowden.
So there you go, Krystal. But it's also sparked a big reaction from the Democratic Party. So this is when you feel like you're living in the upside down. It's like Trump is like, yeah, I'm going to pardon Edward Snowden. Susan Rice, who's basically like, I just can't. Congratulations. This is who you are now. So who the hell knows where the situation is? If I had to guess, I don't think he's actually going to do it. I think that there's going to be such a strenuous reaction from within the intelligence community and others who have basically gone to the bat against this. But you never know. I mean, unless like Kim Kardashian West or somebody gets involved. So I don't know.
Or unless, I mean, Susan Rice's reaction there probably helps move him in the other direction.
That's true. So I'm like,
it's like,
who knows?
Look,
I don't know.
Pardon Edward Snowden to own Obama. Go ahead and do it, right? But no, I mean, it's a perfect example of like, I mean, first of all, there's been a bipartisan consensus on government surveillance and expansion of executive power.
Especially after Russiagate.
But Obama was very much part of that, right? He did not pardon Edward Snowden. Many people around him, including Susan Rice, apparently agree with what President Trump said previously, that Snowden is a traitor. And that's part of what is so remarkable about these sort of like wishy-washy comments now, is that he previously was very aggressive. He said he's a spy who should be executed, called him a traitor. I mean, really aggressively, like hawkishly against Edward Snowden previously. I agree with you. Do I think anything is actually going to happen? Probably not. I mean, it seems like he got a question on it. He's kind of like doing that thing where he just says some things and, kind of wishy-washy. Yeah, some people think that, some people think that. I don't know. Who knows? But as always, Democrats go out of their way to embrace the worst possible things in order to own Trump.
See, that's the weird thing, right? Which is that you see like Rand Paul, Thomas Massie, those guys, they've always been kind of, I think, on the pardon Snowden train. But it's also a great dichotomy into the Republican Party, because you saw Liz Cheney kind of go into the exact same thing. And I guess it really just reignites, some of what we see in our domestic political debates. I just want to, here's Liz Cheney's tweet. Edward Snowden is a traitor. He is responsible for the largest, most damaging release of classified information in U.S. history, handed over U.S. secrets to Russian and Chinese intelligence, putting our troops and our nation at risk.
Not true,
Pardoning him would be unconscionable. That's right, and that's what I think makes it so complicated, which is, actually Snowden gave these documents to Glenn Greenwald, who was a journalist, and to other journalists who sifted through and did not release some of the most classified information. There's no current evidence that any of it was ever turned over to the Russian and the Chinese intelligence services. People who are in the intelligence community say you would be an idiot to believe that those people didn't get access to that, but there's no evidence of that, and they obviously have an agenda when they're pushing there. With the Snowden story, I've never known what to believe. Truly, I truly don't, because obviously what he revealed was empirically true. It revealed that James Clapper was a liar before Congress. It revealed that much of what was happening was probably illegal. And yet, I share some. I mean, what Liz Cheney is saying there is wrong, but he did go to Russia and he did go to China, and that's always been something that's bothered me.
I mean, he's left with no other choice. I mean, I see it quite clearly that he is a patriot and revealed government wrongdoing and should be viewed more as a whistleblower than as a traitor, as President Trump used to say, or Susan Rice. And it's just so clear, like people associated with the national security blob, they hate him and they're mad at him because he exposed their wrongdoing. I mean, it's really that simple. He made them look bad, and they will never forgive him for that. So Susan Rice is doing two things. One, she's in that.
She's got to protect her own.
She's got to protect her own, right? Absolutely. And then also she knows she'll be on the right side of the resistance crew, because anything you do that's opposite of what Trump says, you're going to be lauded for and treated as a hero, principles aside. So that's how you end up with a statement like that. That's how you end up seeing people like Susan Rice making common cause with Liz Cheney, with Jennifer Rubin, with all these people. They all have this shared interest in this hawkish expansion of government executive power, illegal surveillance. They all have a shared interest and belief, ideological belief in that, and it also serves their interests.
Yeah, no, I think that's right, and that's actually where it's always so hilarious to watch. Again, because people are twisting themselves in arms, but people's ultimate allegiances really shine through with this type of thing. And Susan Rice, I think Samantha Power, many of these other people who came into office as supposed liberals and then became like total apparatchiks of the national security state. Susan Rice, of course, ran the National Security Council, and then in many cases, was involved in all this like intelligence unmasking and all these other things, which were actually highlighted by Snowden back in 2013. So everybody's got a lot to lose whenever it comes to this story. Like I said, I don't think Trump will actually end up doing it ultimately. It just seems to be something that got through the phone to him, but the amount of pushback he would receive within the bureaucracy tells me that it seems like something he might not do. At the same time, like you said, the fact that Susan Rice and liberals are like, no, screw Edward Snowden.
Right.
And then if you add like a deep state angle on top of that, who knows?
If we could get Obama to come out and say something opposite, that would be, yeah. All right, we're rising for you after this.